Hello. Me. All right. I'm just trying to get into the lobby as we speak. Is the stream live? Oh, well, hello everyone, and thank you for having me. Okay, cool. Just shoot me an invite to because I have Panther added.
No, but it's on Apollo. You must join on Apollo or legit straight someone.
Okay, I have Apollo added as well, but I can't see him online. Hello, stream. Be April away. I'm just gonna jump over to multiplayer quickly and set up these teams for myself. There's going to be Royals. What color is Royals? Yep.
The introduction with everything else, and then we can just get the PowerPoint and everything else going.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so then let's get started from the introduction side. Hello and welcome everyone to Championship Sunday. So it's day 4 of the Atlantic Esports launch weekend in memory of Keenan Biggilinz Opperman. My name is Panther and I'm joined by Captain Trout. So we are very pleased to be with you here all tonight on this, I know it's quite late. So we'd like to personally welcome you to today's grand finals between Royal Esports and OGC Invicta. We are sure it's going to be an absolute humdinger. This is the final game of the weekend, so it's game 16. It's been such a long weekend. We hope you've all enjoyed it thus far. And trust we'll have a last final good game here. So for those of you who haven't been watching before, we'll just keep you updated on what's going on here. So this launch weekend is being held in memory of Biggilinz, who unfortunately passed away in a tragic car accident last year in December. He was the main SMG of Dragons Org, but more importantly, a dear friend to the members of the management team of Atlantic Esports. Our thoughts are with his family and friends, and we send them our prayers during this difficult time. Also, like to just from my side as well, I'd like to commend Apollo from the Atlantic Esports management side, and I'm sure he feels the same for me, with us, going through this terrible time, at the end of last year, losing one of our childhood friends. So yeah, we're super proud to actually be able to host this event in his honor. And the Dragons Org roster will never ever be the same, 100%. We wish them all the best for their games in the rest of the league. And as you can see, when we go back into the gameplay, that all the teams have actually all agreed to use the clan tag BK7 in memory of him and in honor of him, and we from the league are so proud of this, and we appreciate the gesture from all the teams. He will definitely never be forgotten, and his memory will live on in this league. And we quite bleak with his passing, as we would surely have been treated to a rampant and very effective entry SMG. He was an absolute menace on the map, and may all other teams count themselves lucky, so that he's no longer able to cause havoc in their rosters and in their games. So may he rest in peace and watch over all of us. So we'll just play a quick PowerPoint while we wait for Captain Trout to join the lobby, and once he's in, we'll get cracking with the game. So this is a PowerPoint in his honor, and we really hope that all of you can appreciate and just see how loved he was as a person, and how his presence will be missed so much in the world.
just so you're aware, you guys are muted.
It's obvious. It's show.
Love you long time. Hope to see you later.
Alrighty, Trout, we are ready to start there. Are you there, sir?
I am certainly here. Thank you very much for having me. Thanks to the league again, obviously, for allowing me this opportunity to come in here and cast with you. Paul, obviously, it's my first time casting you and meeting you, obviously, so pleased to meet you.
Yes, pleased to meet you as well. I'm sure we'll give the fans and everyone else what they want. You know, it's been a really good launch weekend thus far. Obviously, technical difficulties here and there when you get started. But in the meantime, you know, in the bracket here that's just on screen right now at the moment quickly, we'll see that Royal Esports beat Impulsive Red 3-2, then they beat AEL 3-1, then they beat Grease 3-0, and they beat Invicta 3-1 as well. And then in terms of where the Invicta side, they ended up beating actually the Dragons Org side, I think it was 3-1, and they then beat the Lunar Eclipse side 3-0, losing to Invicta 3-1, and then beating AEL Gaming 3-0. Odyssey 3-0, and then AEL 3-0 again in the loser side to get back into the final against Royal Esports. So yeah, we can. It's going to be quite a matchup here. I'm not sure if you were watching before, but who do you favour here? Royal Esports, they've played well, haven't lost at all. Then Invicta, who the only team they've lost to is actually this Royal Esports side.
Yeah, so it seems like it's going to be a grudge match here. Making that loser bracket run is going to be the side, obviously, of OGC Invicta here. Taking out, I believe it was AEL, you said, in the losers finals?
Yeah, indeed. They beat them convincingly 3-0. It was a lovely game. And yeah, we're going to get into Moscow HP to start it off. And we really hope it's a good one. How badly would you love a round 11, Trout?
I think round 11 is where I live in terms of casting, so I'd really like to see that game 5. However, the thing is, I'm not entirely sure if you could quickly explain if we're doing a full best of 8 in terms of grand final, and is it a one and done, or is because Invicta made their losers bracket run, do they have to win 2 best of 5s in a row, or is it just a one and done?
Yeah, so in terms of how it's going to work, the Royal Esports side is going to actually start off 1 up. Based on the fact that they won the winners bracket final, so they start up 1 up. It's going to be a best of 5. However, only 4 maps are going to be played. We at the league are trying to bring something new here in terms of how it's going to work. So yeah, the Royal Esports side they'll be 1 up, and what's going to happen is they just essentially need to win 2 maps. So it's a best of 5 or first on to 3 in a sense. But they're only going to play 4 maps, and just to keep it interesting, make every single map so vital. And it appears that obviously on our screen there's been a bit of a mistake with Royal Esports. So Royal Esports team on your screen is actually OGC Invicta side. Seems that we had a bit of a communication error on what side what faction each team was supposed to be on. But if you look at number 8, Voodoo, he was streaking. He's on a 5 streak. He takes out Tiller as well, extended to 6. Can he get streaked so early in the game? That'd really be helpful against, in a grand final. It's exactly what we want. So I'm not too sure if they'll end up ending this map based on the fact that the teams are a bit wrong on our side for the stream. Yeah.
Well, while we've been rambling on here, the game seems to be pretty much even as we're going into P2 here, with the spawns now in favor of Royal Esports as they managed to keep it just for that little bit longer. First set of pushes are coming through now from OGC. And it's good of you to explain to the chat, obviously, how this best of 5 is going to work. So, anyways, jumping into it, looks like the first set of pushes were stopped by the boys over at Royal Esports.
Yeah.
And the second set of pushes coming through here. And realistically, 20 seconds left on this hill. If I was the side of Royal Esports, I'd chalk it up, go get it up on you. And unfortunately, that last little push there might have cost them, as it's going to be OGC. If you look over to the map there, number 8, even all the way in the back, securing those spawns, getting set up for the next hill. And if they can convert this next hill into a money hill, being 60 points, obviously, they'll be able to take the lead, because they are a little bit of an advantage going into this for the side of Royal Esports. But on the pop, we'll be going the way of OGC in the hill, but Cruelty here with a huge player trying to get in the back. He might be able to get a pinch going here. However, Mercury has sniffed him out, does manage to win it. So first set of pushes will be stopped. Never mind, second set of pinches coming in here. Looks like it's going to be going down a bit of pandemonium.
Yeah, and this hill is so important as well. Such a money hill, like you said. 60 points. It looks like we're not going to get a 60-point hold, but it looks like the game might be pulled up to even, and might be an advantage now going the side of OGC Invicta. And it's just a close game, and so far we've been treated to a hotly contested game, and it's what you want in a grand final. You don't want any team just completely wiping the other side off the map completely.
I agree absolutely. Now as we go to our P4 here, if you look over at your mini map, it's going to be OGC Invicta in the arms race against number 3. That's going to be legit.
And Adrian,
1-on-1 to win here. Looks like on the rotation, looks like Royal Esports is going to win that only slightly as Adrian goes in the 5 spree there. And on the pop will be going their way. Bit of an interesting one here, as it is going to come down to it, as Mercury tries to break the hill here. I believe Mercury was playing on that AR role last game when I did manage to cast him. So it might have been some role changes between my last game casting with him. Anyways, I'm rambling here. It looks like a good amount of time, first 20 seconds.
The feed's all on the side of Royal Esports side. OGC just getting completely gunned out of that side there, not able to do anything, and Cruelty's just on a tear. 5 for the man. He's finally taken up by Voodoo, and as we see here now, what can Tiller do? Can he find Mercury in the shield? There's 2 of them. They have a bit of crossfire. Mercury deals damage to Tiller, ensures nothing happens there. It just goes into the hill, gets the trades out, but it's not really worth his time. Just trying to ensure that no one floods through for P2. And you have Royal Esports set up in next.
Wow, Mercury wins a crucial 1-on-1 there, might have possibly securing the rotations, but however, Tiller is there for the trade. And if you look over to the map now, the heads-up player is going to have to come out from one of the OGC players trying to get those flip spawns to get set up for P2, because at the moment they are 20 points down, but if they can convert this first hill and then secure the spawns, they'll be doing great. But at the moment, it's going to be the side of Royal Esports that are keeping those spawns, and the first pushes stopped from OGC.
Yeah, and this first hill is usually quite a scrappy one. Teams usually aren't able to chalk up a lot of time. But so far, this OGC side is really managing to make sure that no one from Royal Esports gets in. And it looks like they get the flip as well. So they've got spawns for P2 and they've got control of next on the current hill. So
absolutely, I agree. It's going to be an absolute heads-up play here for them. They managed to secure it, get a good amount of time on that P1. Now they're going to ride this momentum and chain these 2 hills together. Even though they're not losing the scrap, they're not getting the scraps of this hill, they still have the spawns, which are so crucial, as you know. If you look over Jimmy up now, number 6, that's Rhythms. He must be very careful not to push up too far, because if he does, it will end up in a split spawn.
Yeah.
And that'll obviously work out for a pinch on the side of Royal Esports. And now the first set of pushes coming through. Will the side of Royal be able to make a break here?
As you see, Andre's in that top position there, top police station. That's such a good power position. And the ARs from OGC really are doing the damage there, ensuring no one gets anywhere close. But you know, if you OGC, if you can, like you said, chalk this hill up here, get good time, you'll ensure you go into the lead to the next rotation. If you can chalk that up as well, that might almost be a game in terms of just, you know, the difference being so big. And on a map like this, if you can get P2, P3 together, you know, you could take a 100-point lead against the other team, and you know, in a grand finals, that's as close as a guarantee to win you can get. And Arnie's just trying to ensure Tiller can't really do anything, but Tiller's doing quite well there, and he's going to opt to go out. But the rotations have already gone down for next. And
that's quite a nice early rotation coming through there from the side of Royal Esports, and they managed to win the trades and get set up on next. I think that was a bit of a scrappy hill there from the side of OGC. They had the power position initially, got that good amount of time. I think if I was them, I would have chalked it up and gone over to the next hill. But having said that, these teams are so evenly matched. I mean, in terms of score, they basically haven't
yeah, it's almost the
maybe
same.
5 points between them.
Each team's just breaking, so I think, you know, it might be a bit early, or not so much in the map, but you just need one of these teams to chalk one money hill up, and it could be the difference here, because the hills have been so back and forth.
I agree. So if it comes down to rotations, because these guys have got the gun skills to back up with them with their rotations, and whoever gets that more efficiently at the moment, it's definitely looking like Royal Esports have managed to secure this hill for the good amount of time. 30-second point lead now. Adrian's on a 5 spree, and look at they're going on the rotation. So it's one person just picking up the scraps. This, if I was on that OGC side, I'd be a bit flustered at this point, as they have so much confidence to leave one player to fight the whole team while the rest of the team is on rotations, which they've won. So now they're only 30 seconds away from hitting the 200-point mark, and they are set up in next. Let's see what the boys over at OGC.
No, definitely. Can Adrian be a difference in this back bus position? He does manage to get one, gets the second as well. Finally gets taken down, and you know, it looks like the Royal Esports have control of this hill. Can they manage to, like you said, get over that 200-point mark? You know, they could get really close here, and just like we said, it's basically whoever gets to hold one hill properly is most likely going to win the map at this stage. But Rhythm is trying to contest and ensure that doesn't happen.
Oh, so I think what OGC is really heavily relying on here is just bullying their way into the hill, which they managed to do here. But unfortunately, that's not really realistic if the other team does manage to get you and stop that first push, and if they get rotations first, like they did on this hill. No matter even if they get 40 seconds, that's still those first 20 seconds keep them in the lead and keep them in the lead and keep them in the lead further and further and further, and it slowly just creeps away from you if you're OGC. As they managed to keep it back within 20 points and won this rotation. So I think this is now the onus has been switched back over to the side of Royal Esports to get set up for the next.
Yeah, Rhythm's with a big 2-piece to ensure nothing happens there. And you know, quite a close game this far. And like you said, the OGC side's really just been relying on breaking every hill by just bullying it through their numbers. And like you've also mentioned, it's not really a sustainable, you know, approach to try and play against a side with, especially of Royal Esports caliber. You know, that can go so wrong for you. Like you said, it slips away, and a close map suddenly becomes a really big map difference in terms of the score, just based on the fact that you don't get to break one hill, and Adrian goes on a 5 spree.
I really like what Royal Esports here is. They're keeping it real sloppy. They're keeping the contest in. They've managed to eclipse the 200-point mark, get the majority of time here on P1, and they have the spawns. If you look over there now, it's going to be a full 3-man spread onto this, going over those spawns now from OGC. But if you've got a good AR in the back, just set up.
Yeah, there we see it. Legit
as they come through.
Legit to the backside, but one manages to slip through. He gets one. His teammate gets a second. Big gunfight. Legit.
Big brain plays.
Yeah, knowing what's going on in the map, and that's why they're in the grand finals. And as you see it now, like we said, if you OGC Invicta, you can't rely on breaking every hill, because now you've got Royal Esports, 10 points left, and you know, OGC can't get anywhere near it. 5 seconds left in order to secure this win, and I think this is probably going to close the map out just on a big 5-killing spree, and that's going to close out map 1. Royal Esports.
That was fantastic stuff. Great hold there, and I think at the end what we missed is there were some streaks to use, so that slows the push a little bit even further for OGC. And unfortunately, it's not a realistic play. Like we said, if you try to bully away into every hill, if you've got a good AR set up in the back, or if you've got your SMGs doing work around the hill, it's not going to be possible to bully you away in. And that's exactly what this game just slipped away from as these last 2 hills in those third set rotations. Just for chain by the side of Royal Esports, got set up, got the spawns, and just played more clinical hardpoint. You know what I mean? And obviously that just paid out for them, and they won the map.
Yeah, no, 100%. What you've said, you've literally taken the words straight out of my mouth. I'm almost lost for what to reply to that, because you've done a perfect job. It's why we have you here. You've got the knowledge, you've got everything that we need. So, but yeah, no, it's 100% the case. You Royal Esports just played the better structured hard point there in terms of, like you said in the end, just with that P1. They ensured that it was scrappy. They ensured that OGC couldn't get any good time like they did beforehand on the first set of rotations. And they just, like you said, they ensured it was messy, kept it scrappy, got spawns for next, put someone up in that, top police station window in the power spot, just with a big play there. I mean, actually, if you think about OGC, you're quite unlucky in a sense there, because if, Legit loses that gunfight, top police station, you have your player in that power position, and you essentially secure spawns. But like you said, and like we said the whole map, you can't rely on those incredible 1v1, one player take on everyone, lucky play, bully him out. It's not sustainable. And it worked from the beginning, and in the end the score reflects 250, 163 I think. But like, we've got to agree that game should have been more of a 250, 235, because it was so close. But it's just, like you said, Royal Esports played the better hardpoint, better rotations, didn't rely on anything fancy, did the basics, and that's why they get this map 1, and that takes them to the 2-0 lead in the series. So they just need to close up one more map, and it's a 3-0.
Yeah, so this is effectively, if anyone's running in chat, this is effectively like the game 5, S&D. So this is really, OGC really has to pull finger here. They got to, and then on top of that, they got to start riding the momentum. They're gonna have to chain together the control as well, and then the third one, the hard point will be the defining character. The hard point will be the last one to define it. So it's going to be close, and to see what the boys over at Royal Esports are going to do, as they are on defense, and OGC Invicta is going to be on attack here. And I don't know about you, this map is a little bit of pandemonium for me.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it at all.
If you get control of top lane on that S&D, and you can cut off those players as they're trying to rotate between bomb sites, maybe that'll give you a bit more of an advantage. But I think if both of these teams at the caliber they're playing at this grand final, I think what's going to happen is they're just going to play for a pick, and then from there they'll rotate to whichever side they have control of.
No, it's S&D on checkmate. Never promises to be anything too special. Every now and then it's big, but I mean, it should possibly give us a round 11, because if everyone just wins the defense, eventually we're going to get to the round 11. But like you said, it's all about first picks. Early in today's games, we were actually watching, and I'm not too sure which game it was, but the first blood only came with 30 seconds left in the round, and as we see, there's still no first bloods. It's just a cat and mouse. Nothing's really happening, and it's just so boring. Like, you've got control of top lane, but no one can get the bomb down.
There we go. Aiden with the first pick pushes his way on through. And he picks up a second on top of that, and then Rhythms does manage to trade out cruelties there. It's going to be Mr. Andre left in a 1v3 situation. Does have the bomb in hand? He does not. He gets some lucky timing, makes it a 1v2. Only 27 seconds to work with here. Unfortunately for him, they do know where he is. So
he's just going to play for the pick. He's just going to play the pick here. Oh, he sees him. They definitely know where he is now. Cruelty's going to back up, play his life, and should no 2v1s happen. Ooh, looking for the kill. Andre gets one. Just run away. Oh, he gets the kill.
Oh, almost had some lucky timing there for us, Adrian, but he managed to clutch it up there. That's 3 in the round for him. Fantastic. Almost like a hero play. And like we said, playing off of that first pick, from there it flusters the side of OGC. And on defense, it's even better if you get that first pick, because then they're reeling, because that means another side of the map has just been opened up that you might be able to set up a pinch.
Yeah, that's that wide flank.
Exactly what Adrian did there, and pick up a quick double with that AR in hand. So I mean, let's see if they can ride this momentum and pick up a second round on this attack.
So yeah, like we spoke about, we're making all the calls here on what's probably going to happen, and it's either extremely slow, and then like you said, it just becomes pandemonium where the time starts running out. And I think the biggest enemy and issue on this map is the time, just based on how the map plays. And keen to see the Express. Just plays information. Rhythms, does he get a pick? No, he doesn't. And you're going to see a bomb going down.
Yeah, I like that very, very classic Call of Duty play right there. Just playing for info, getting the pick, bait and switch. And then that's just what, there's nothing much you can do. If you're playing clinical, basic Call of Duty, and you get your basics right, which this Royal Esports side is doing so well. I mean, they haven't even lost a player this round, and they know where the final player is.
Yeah, Mercury, he's in a tough spot here. I don't see him. Yeah, he unfortunately gets taken down. Team using the 1v4. Checkmate, S&D, bomb gone down. I don't see you winning those, really. It's going to be tough.
Absolutely, especially on top lane.
Yeah, no, it's definitely difficult. Essentially, for Mercury, what he needs there is just some lucky timing and to just get a double pick almost immediately as the bomb's going down to make it a 2v1 with like 40 seconds left. But if there's the bomb's just gone down and it's a 4v1 Like, there's nothing you can do. You know, if you on the offensive team, you could be like really silly and honestly just stack that B site with all 4 players. There's no way he beats you out. Like,
Absolutely.
just, yeah. I mean, I'd actually like to see teams doing that more often. I mean, it sounds really bad. But in the sense, if you have the numbers advantage on a spot like this where everything's so chaotic on this B bomb site, you know, I must just stack your whole team there. Let him come to you. Just don't give any free picks.
Yeah, I agree. Or don't body stack, and then you should be alright. But unfortunately, I personally think that if you stack all your players on one side, there is that really huge risk of body stacking, especially if everyone's hungry for that kill, like Call of Duty in South Africa is. Everyone wants to be the child, everyone wants to be that hero player. So, I mean, a bit of a change up here. It seems like OGC Invicta has managed to find that first pick and the second.
Yeah, Voodoo is there making a play. He was, you know, instrumental in their losers bracket final against Aerial, and he was just making the plays. And there we go. You have a 3v1 that just left Lost alive. Not too sure if he can make a play. I'd really like to see it happen. He sees rhythms, but now they know where he is, and you know, the bomb's going down. Can he make the play?
I think the only way that Legits will be able to make a big play here is if they push him singly. If they get they basically right like this bait and switch or challenging a double shell, then maybe we might see anything. But unfortunately, 30 seconds to work with. They're going to see him on the cross. Never mind. Legits is here with the big brain play. 1v1. 29 seconds to work with. Gets caught on the rotation. And finally, OGC to pick up their first round.
And that's your clinical side from OGC. They're just trying to take a leaf out of Royal's page and just ensure that nothing silly happens. You know, for a second I thought that Legits had the timing to just get that cross, just make things interesting. But you know, I think it was Mercury. He was there, ready for the trade, just ensured it was done properly. And that's what you want to see. You know, you don't want to really see any teams catching on, you know, any rubbish and turning 2v1s into 1v1s, you know. From a content side, we'd love it.
Having that.
Yeah, but
you can't be having that in a grand final. I mean, that's going to cost you, and you're going to be kicking yourself real hard. But like you said, OGC managed to clutch up in the end, and showing that they definitely are still in this game. For a second there, if they ride that momentum, it's a bit worrying if you are this an OGC fan. But at the moment, they're still definitely very much still in this.
Yeah, just rhythms get one. Tiller knows he's there, but now they also know some shots coming in, and. It's just let's see what happens here. Can we see a more, you know, invigorating round instead of having some players left alone in 1v3s and 1v4s and that?
Well, as you say, that it looks like it's going to be Voodoo finding himself in a 1v3 situation. They know exactly where he is. They are opting for the kill rather than the play as he makes it a 1v2. He knows that he's one more player there, but he's not sure of the position of the second.
Well, they definitely know where he is, so this is going to be a free bomb plant surely for them. And the other bomb's going down in B. And you know, Voodoo had an ace earlier today, so can he pull something off the like? And commentator's curse gets us every time.
Caster's curse, you give him, maybe he'll get something off. Unfortunately, gets caught with a bit of COD timing on the cross. It's cut down, and that's going to be round number 3 going the way of Royal Esports.
Yeah, and you know, so far this final is really looking like Royal Esports are going to, you know, win this entire launch weekend without dropping a series. And you know, what can OGC Invicta do? They're a good side. This is a really good map, but I'm not too sure who's vetoed what. But you know, if you're OGC Invicta, give us something to work with here.
Also, I think in terms of the strategy point of view, they're just gonna have to slow it down and just play a little bit more clinically. Like you said, they showed that they're very capable of doing it with that one round that they picked up. As unfortunately the first set of trades go down, and there's a trade, so it means it's going to be pretty much an even game going forwards. However, Adrian says not so much. Makes it a 3v2.
It just sums up what you said. You just said, like, don't play too fast. And, you know, Andre just gets caught absolutely sprinting in a position where he has no one there to trade him. And like you said, Royal Esports just playing the better clinical type of quality. And he knows where he is. Rhythms knows where he is. I don't know if you can see on our screen.
No, I'm looking at that. Yeah. He saw someone's foot go through. He's going to challenge, go for the kill. Fantastic play.
Oh! He shut down. Tiller gets out with his life. He's just been given an absolute lifeline there.
Absolutely. I don't know. That's another thing about this game that keeps it spicy. I'm not sure if you could see that his foot kept on flipping through the plane.
That's why I was trying to see if you also saw it. It was just my side.
Well,
Voodoo gets one.
Makes it a 1v2.
Does he know someone's in turbine? Does he look behind him? He gets away. He gets away. No, they haven't seen him. He knows where he is now. He charges him out and he gets the pick. Oh, I really thought that he had the COD guards on his side there for a second.
Yeah, this is looking very, very dominant from the side of Royal Esports. They really are showing that But you see, this is where it comes down to trust. Another thing that I saw them do on OGC in terms of that respawn is when you're looking over at the minimap there and somebody dies in a position sort of like watching for the flank, the entire team will turn around, opening up the other side for the pinch.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happened here, and that's exactly what Royal Esports isn't doing. As you saw there, Tiller knew that he had someone looking over him, and that's exactly what happened. He wasn't even worried. The challenge came out, and his teammate had his back, and that's what like brought them the round. You know, if that pick had gone through, the whole round might have flipped over, and it might have been a bit different. But like I said, clinical Call of Duty being played here by the side of Royal Esports, and it's really showing through. It's 4-1 up.
Yeah, and they've definitely got the angles covered down, because like that can't be a lucky play at all. They've definitely made sure that that's the case, because Tiller's honestly just playing for information there. And if the bomb goes down, he's probably just going to fly and try and get a pick. But here we go, see Tiller's bomb's going down, and Mercury sees him. Oh, I honestly thought he
almost got burnt.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get turned on there.
Well, now in a 1v3 situation. Here comes the bait and switch.
Oh, and Adrian just
down.
with the beams from inside the plane. 5-1 Royal Esports. This is looking to be an absolute smokeout here from the Royal Esports side. They're just outplaying them.
Just the dominant force. It's quite something to witness here, as they are looking to close this out with style, dominantly in that hard point, and now doing the same thing here on this checkpoint. S&D getting the rounds one after the other. And I mean, if they close this out here, that's going to be them, champions of this opening weekend.
Yeah, and if you look at the scoreboard, Adrian's 9-2. I mean, he's just having a wonder. You know,
he's just having fun.
Yeah, but like if you just look at how well Will's playing, like Tiller's 2-3, he's doing, you know, no offense to the man, he's doing nothing. He's just, you know, baiting, playing information. But it doesn't matter. Like, he can go triple, quadruple negative. If his team gets the win and he does his job, that's all they need from him.
Absolutely, and I think people overlook that, especially here in Call of Duty. They look at the stats and they say that guy's doing badly, but he's playing the role that he needs to, getting the information for his team, just baiting and switching. And it looks like it's going to be a 2v2. Yeah. Couldn't get much closer, as this is such an important round now for the side of OGC.
Win here. Oh. The 74U is just too good up close there. He doesn't have a chance up close.
Well, it's going to be Mercury finding himself in a 1v2 situation here. The entire series lies on his shoulders. Will he get some lucky timing?
Him out. No, he doesn't.
Just like that, Royal Esports is going to close it out 6-1. Fantastic 2-game series that I got to cast with you here.
Yeah, no, I was really keen, Connor, in order to maybe try and get a bit more, you know, chemistry going between the two of us. You know, I was trying to have fun. We were starting to work it out with each other, and unfortunately, Royal Esports just said no to us. They said, no, I don't care about your casting. We've just come here to win.
Quick sticks, close it up. Quick 2-0 or 3-0 if you will. GG's to them. Like we said, off of that first HP, they were the clinical side when it came to the rotations. Got set up, and it was fantastic stuff there. GG's.
Yeah, it's just, you know, fantastic. Thank you everyone to being here for our, you know, albeit very short grand final. But I mean, Royal Esports, well done. They're gonna take home the prizes of, you know, finishing, ensuring that number 1 seed for next week's tournament, and you know, just get the points, get to the top of the table. And they've definitely asserted themselves in that game. That's a grand final, and they've completely just smoked them, Connor.
Absolutely, that was an absolute blowout. So like we're gonna keep going over it over and over and over again. They were the more clinical side. They got their trades on S&D, which is so important. They got their first picks, got the rotations and hardpoint, and they have the gun skill to back all of that up. All nicely wrapped up and tied in a grand final win. Fantastic stuff to them. So kudos to them. GG's. They were the better team on the day. But I can't take it away from OGC. Fantastic losers bracket run for them. They made it all the way to the finals. Can't take that away from them. Second place. It's not too bad. And yeah, I'd like to say thank you to you guys for having me and letting me cast with you, even though it was maybe 20 minutes. But yeah, I appreciate it nonetheless. And I can't wait to get involved later on in the league. Like I said, we'll be able to.
Yeah, we'll definitely try and get a matchup with maybe you and I starting off, you know, game 1 of next week, and just, you know, build it up, give the people what they want, and yeah, hopefully we'll have something of a longer series. I'd love to be in a round 11 game 5 with you, and just absolutely enjoy ourselves and just give the people what they want. But once again, from Atlantic Esports side, thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the streamers that helped out. Thank you to all the players, and yeah, thank you for a lovely weekend. And Connor, thank you so much for being there. I can't thank you enough. It was fantastic to see you. Well,
thank you very
meet
much. Anyways, so thank you everyone, and also thank you for everyone who showed the support and running those clan tags and everything like that. It really does mean a lot for the people over at management, and it's a nice gesture showing that the community isn't all bad, even though we play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll catch you, I believe, in the next one, hopefully very soon. And on that note, we'll catch you.
Alright, cheers. Bye everyone, thank you so much, and feel free to like, follow, and support all the streamers. We will be having a post saying thank you for them. Please follow their accounts. They do so much, and they deserve all the credit and hard work that they put in. So from myself and Connor and the Atlantic Esports management side, thank you so much for a lovely weekend, and well done once again to World